So Houston's new radio now, 92.1. It's Laura talking to Ritt Momney, which you literally give me a heart attack every time I talk about you on the radio because my brain tells me to say Mitt Romney, which I'm sure you get that a lot.
Yeah. It's actually the opposite for me now. Whenever I'm trying to say Mitt Romney, I say Ritt Momney, which makes me sound like the worst person ever. But yeah, I mean, I totally get that. I understand.
And well, so Ritt Momney was actually a band, right? You and your friends first. How did that even come up? Are you like his biggest fan or what?
No, like not even at the time was I, or my friends and I, like a big fan. It was kind of just like a funny little, he was like still pretty prominent. I mean, I guess it was a while after like he ran against Obama, because that was 2012, I think. But it was just like, oh, he's popular in Utah, we're in Utah. And that was the extent of the connection there. I mean, no, we aren't like fans, and I'm definitely not like a fan. But yeah, it was just like, oh, that'd be funny. And now that's my name. So
it was like more of a joke?
Yes, definitely more of a joke.
When you ended up going solo, why did you decide not to go with your name, your legal name, and keep Ritt Momney?
I guess it was kind of just more of a logistical thing than anything else. Like, I've thought about changing the name, but just like I guess like the name recognition issues that come along with that. And I mean, I don't mind the name. I guess it's kind of like funny to just like throw a wrench in my whole career. Not that it's like that, not that it's gonna like affect my career that much. And in some cases, it's kind of like any publicity is good publicity, you know. But like, I kind of like the contrast between like taking my music really seriously and then just having this like bullshit name. So
do you feel like you can kind of fly under the radar as Jack?
Yeah, no, that's definitely a factor too. And it's like it's kind of it would feel more intense for sure to be like, hey, I'm Jack Rudder and I'm like laying my heart down.
Or like you go to Starbucks and you're like, oh, what's the name? Jack. Oh my God. Like people freak out. Like you can still be a person.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely I think it's the way to go. I don't know if I'm ever gonna really like have an artist project be my actual name. So
I want to congratulate you on all the success of Put Your Records On. I don't think a lot of people realize it's not your song, that it was actually a cover, which you did amazing with. Of course, it's, you know, almost #1, which is awesome. I really hope it gets there, you know. What made you, you know, kind of put this out and think like, okay, did you think it was going to get to the level that it did?
Definitely not at all. Like it was, I mean, I guess I kind of underestimated, well, I kind of just I thought that it would be like, oh, like cool song, but it's a cover, like, and people were just gonna kind of be like, okay, yeah, like if he wrote this song himself, then that would be so sick, and this would be an awesome song, but it's like just a cover. And yeah, like you said, like a lot of people don't even know that it's a cover, which I was really surprised to find out actually. Like, I thought that literally everybody in the entire world knew this song, but and I kind of figured it was really like I put it out kind of like just a fun thing, like for my fans, like that I already had, you know, and obviously I was like posting like this is a cover and stuff, so I figured like everybody who was going to be listening to it, which I assumed were just like my fans, they were going to know that it was a cover. But yeah, I mean, I've been trying to let people know as much as I can. But like seriously, like I think it's always important for me to remember how little I did on this song. Like I kind of like produced it in a way that I guess kind of connects with people, but it's like if it was a bad song produced the same way, then it would not be doing anything. So I think it's really just a testament to Corrine and her co-writers for like writing such a timeless song, I guess.
Has Corrine reached out to you at all?
I actually had a Zoom call with her like a while ago, like a few months ago, and she's like so nice. She's ridiculously nice, and she like couldn't have been cooler about it. And yeah, we kind of like connected like in the sense of like she was kind of doing like indie stuff, and then this Put Your Records On song that she put out like totally blew her up and really propelled her career forward. And then I kind of had the same exact situation with the same exact song. So it was a really interesting connection there. But yeah, I mean, she's awesome.
Yeah, I like that she was cool about it, because I feel like some artists would be like, wait a minute, you're getting more popularity here than I am. What's this about?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a complex that comes along with that idea for me, like guilt and stuff. But I mean, like, yeah, like she's making money off of it, and she's like getting more listens on her own song. Like I've seen like some people on social media like getting super mad about me covering the song, which is valid, and like I'm not going to tell people how to think. And I agree with them in a lot of ways. Like if I'm like taking streams away from her, like or something, then
yeah, I feel like it's kind of, a mixed bag. Like on Twitter, there's either people who are huge fans of her, like, why did he do this? Or there's people who, are now discovering that she has the original song and kind of, discovering you at the same time, which is a win for both of you.
Yeah, I think it's interesting how it's played out. Yeah, but yeah, totally. It's been cool. I mean, I'm just super lucky to have learned.
Yeah, and I think it came at a really great time too. Height of the pandemic, everyone's on their phone, everyone's on TikTok, which is really where the song kind of started, as a lot of people were doing it as like makeup transitions, which was kind of what the first videos I saw of it was makeup transitions. Some of them were so crazy cool. Were there any that stuck out in your mind, like any videos that people used your song with that you can remember?
I mean, I guess not really specifically, besides Ian, who actually like started the trend. He actually, like, we flew him out, and when we were shooting the music video, he did the makeup for the music video, which was cool. Like, it was cool to meet him. But yeah, I mean, I owe him a lot for starting that trend for sure. But yeah, he was great. I mean, and the videos, those are the most memorable ones for me, I think. Like, even if he wasn't the one who started the trend, like his videos that he did with that song were super cool.
And I love TikTok for that too. It's such a great place to showcase your talent, whatever that may be. And I saw a guy on there that he does these like spin art paintings where he puts a bunch of paint on a canvas and puts it onto like some power tool I don't know the name of, and then spins it, and it creates this beautiful art, you know, random things you wouldn't even think of.
No, I mean, like obviously, like using TikTok and like social media in some ways can be unhealthy, but it can be a really cool thing. And like there's a lot of people showcasing like some really impressive art and stuff on there. So
there's something you said in your bio that I loved, and I may be quoting it wrong, but I just want to bring it back up. You said manifesting happiness instead of projecting your own sadness. I love that, because I think it's been such a hard year for so many people, and it's hard to kind of see the good when there's so much bad. So I guess my question to you is, what are some ways that you pull yourself out of the sadness? You know, mental health is so important. So what are some ways that you pull yourself out and really focus on choosing happiness?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that you bring that up, because like over the past like 3 days, I've like started like really trying to, it was kind of like something kind of clicked, and because I felt like in some ways I felt like imposter syndrome, like trying to talk about like happiness and like, oh, I'm just like faking it and stuff. Because like, and I'm sure a lot of people feel like that. Like it doesn't really feel like there's like actual like internal happiness a lot of the time, for some people. And that was me for a long time. But I mean, like over the past 3 days, I've been like really focusing on like just gratitude and just kind of like positivity, it seems kind of counterintuitive to not be focusing on the things that you should be improving, and that's the way I thought about it for a long time. I'd be like, oh man, I suck at this, I need to like really like grind and like get better at it. And it's really interesting how that doesn't work a lot of the time for some people. Like what would be most productive is thinking like, oh, I'm really glad that I'm trying, and I'm grateful to myself for like putting in this time, even though I may not be great at this thing, and that kind of stuff. Like I really think like just like positive thinking is super transformative, and it kind of like transcends like any like religion or anything. Like anybody can be happier with positive thinking, and it's hard to get into it like a lot of the time. Like if you don't feel positive, it's really hard to just like make yourself think positive things. But yeah, I mean, I've been meditating a bunch too. That's helped a lot. I would suggest that to anybody. Yeah, and just kind of like focusing on yourself, but focusing on the positive parts of yourself. Like when people would talk about like, oh, like you need to like focus on yourself and like improve yourself, like I would kind of hear that and be like, okay, I need to get on myself, kind of like I was saying earlier. And that was kind of how I interpreted that. But like, I think you're going to be way better off if you like take the time to like realize, oh, this is something good about me, and this is something good about me. And that's going to help you improve in whatever you want to, I think. But
yeah, and I think it's important that you brought up that the last 3 days have been harder. And I think that's so important to people to hear, because you can have bad days, you can have bad weeks. It's just, being able to, like you said, find that gratitude in yourself and look at your personal positives. And it's going to be individual. It's going to be unique to you.
Totally. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think it can be hard to pull yourself out of things, but like it's important to remember that you can, I think, or that there's even like a possibility that you can, because feel like I've spent a lot of time just thinking like, oh, there's no way for me to ever get out of this. And that's just like you're basically screwing yourself if you have that mindset.
And they can listen to your music and take a bike ride, because it's literally all I want to do when I hear your stuff. It's like that feel good, soft, springy stuff. Even if the lyrics aren't like happy and poppy, it's like the music makes you feel this sense of calmness.
That's nice. Yeah, thank you. I mean, yeah, I think like emotions are really real, and you need to tap into them and like try to understand them, I guess. Yeah.
So I have a part of my show, I call it The List, where just different topics, unique list to you. So I'm going to ask you a few things. Top 3 things that you can't live without. And they can be big, they can be people, they can be something tiny. It doesn't matter.
I think probably music, my dog, and I'll throw my family in there too.
There we go.
Maybe they should be at the top of the list, but.
And then I also, you bring up family. Something that's been, a struggle for a lot of people is we can't see our families if you don't live close to them for going on more than a year at this point. So 3 things this pandemic has taught you.
It's taught me that interaction is like really important. Like I consider myself kind of like an introvert, but there's so much, like, I think there's just like so much beauty in like in experiencing things with other people. And I think that's why like the mental health crisis surrounding the pandemic is a thing. And like it's basically taught me like we're in this together, I guess. And it's taught me that I need some of that to write music. I think like I figured in the beginning of the pandemic, I was like, okay, I have so much time on my hands, I can just like sit in my room alone and just work all the time. But like what am I going to write about if I'm not talking to anybody, and what else? It's taught me how like fortunate I am to not have been like totally screwed by this pandemic. Like it's always important to remember how much better you have it than someone else. So yeah, those are my 3 things.
And then last one, your top 3 dream collaborations.
Probably this band called Starfucker, James Blake, and Feist.
Awesome. I love it. Well, what does 2021 bring for you? What can we look forward to?
I'm working on an album right now. It's coming along. It should come out in 2021. Getting ready for like some touring next year. Yeah, I'm so excited for that. Like there could not be a better way to get back out into the world than just like.
Yes.
Like touring is insane because you're literally going to every city and only seeing the people who like you the most in each city.
Yeah.
So
especially now, like it's gonna be those diehards right out there, like ready to go.
Totally. Yeah, no, I'm excited. The future is bright.
Well, we're excited for you too. Looking forward to hearing the new music, and can't wait to see what else happens with Ritt Momney. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.